Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Tyler's World of Weather, and happy Halloween, everybody. And we're gonna take a look at the evolution of the sea surface temperatures for October, mainly looking at the equatorial Pacific, the La Nina. So let me get to that really quick. So, okay, we're gonna start off from October 1st to this. Okay, here we go. So let's go. We're gonna kind of reverse this really quick. So we go all the way to our start of October. So here's our start of October, what the La Nina looked like. We're gonna kind of slowly go through this. So it strengthens a little bit, as you can see. Here's October 13th. It's getting colder. We do see Niños 1 and 2 regions getting warmer. That's the regions by the eastern equatorial Pacific. Then October 20th. So yeah, it's definitely growing strong as a La Nina. And it's surprising to me because this looks a lot stronger than what I thought the models were predicting, especially in the western and central northern Pacific, right near Hawaii, but a little bit south of Hawaii. I want to take a look at the winter of 2010 and 2011 La Nina, because this has a similar look to that. And I want to see if I can find that La Nina. Let's see if I can find a good image of that here. So the closest image I got, hopefully this is accurate, but let's take a look. So let's see, La Nina. Okay. It used to be a lot easier because NOAA had this site. Okay, here it is, I think. Let's see. Here we go, perfect. So this is going almost the same date, almost as of the year, November 18th. Right now it's October 31st, so this is pretty similar. And yeah, this is a much stronger La Nina, but you can see the similarities there as we go back to this image. This is also a very expansive La Nina. See how they're both kind of expansive, but definitely the one from 2010-11 is much stronger. Now, I don't want to go off on a brink and say, well, there's a potential it could get that strong, because no model is really predicting that. But let's take a look at what models are predicting the latest runs for the La Nina. This will be winter hint number 36, because we're covering the La Nina, which has to do with the winter. So we're going to take a look at our sea surface temperature anomalies in the forecast for them, if I can find it. Let's see. Sea surface temperature anomalies. Let's see, we got, can I find it? Let's try the ECMWF seasonal and see if we can get it from here. This is interesting. I can't find it. Give me 1 second. So, see if the JMA is forecasting it. Wind, sea surface temperature. No, it's not. Okay, it's got to be here somewhere. There's so many models off Weather Bell. There's here historic. Oh, this is even more perfect. Okay, so again, we're looking at yesterday's, but that's not what I want to find out. I want to see the forecast for the sea surface temperature anomaly. So bear with me. What is this model? Okay, we are going to completely change subjects because this has gone way off the mark, but we're going to take a look at our ECMWF seasonal snowfall, because the latest run did come out today, so that's going to be interesting to look out for. And here's our winter 46-day snowfall outlook. So this is from today, 12 a.m. This is decent. If you're in Cleveland, Ohio, you're getting 6 to 12 inches from now until December 16th. Anywhere in New England, again, looking like some major snowfall there. Up in the northern plains, some major snowfalls. You know, the Rockies have their major snows like usual. Let's take a look at our 32-day snowfall. So this is interesting too, because even if you only go out to December 2nd, we're still seeing a decent amount of snow here in the northern half of the USA. And again, if you haven't seen my forecast on where I think the precip and the temps are going to be coldest and wettest, take a look at my previous videos. You'll find out who will see the wettest conditions this winter and who will see the coldest conditions this winter. And again, let's take a look at our 2-meter air temperature anomalies, 32 days. Actually, let's do 7-day increments. So here's on November 26th through December 3rd. And then we're kind of going through the month of December. And here it starts to get colder. And that's actually on my notes. I forgot about these. So there's been rumors. One of the weathermen I follow, Joe Bastardi, said there will be an early start to this winter. So by week 6, things start to get interesting. Snowy pattern by December 6th. So here's December 6th. So again, this supports snow. It's cold enough in December when you get below average temperatures in the Mid-Atlantic to support snow. Rockies, of course, that supports the idea that the Rocky Mountains are going to get a lot of snow. And just continuing to fast forward this pattern, it gets even colder. So, that's interesting. Now, these models are to be taken with a grain of salt, but there's science. The biggest thing behind these models is science, because I want to admit also, I completely busted on the lake effect snow outbreak that I was predicting for basically for November 4th. And I gotta vent a little bit about that, because I had the essentials right. I looked at the 500 millibar pattern, which I thought would have been accurate because it's showing the upper layers of the atmosphere, which you would think would be the most accurate forecast, as opposed to the surface. You would think things on the surface are more wishy-washy and sway back and forth, and that can be more inaccurate. But anyways, it turns out this cold outbreak that was supposed to happen basically from now until November 6th, it's just not as strong as it was forecasted. As you can see, we're not going to get, if you're following any of the major news outlets or weather outlets, we're not going to get any major lake effect snow in the snow belts. And it was a big bust on my part. But I mean, the science behind it was good. So I always like to put that in, because I like to go into the analytics, the why behind the science and the weather, because that's what meteorology is all about. It's about the why behind the what, the science. It's a science. So I'll close with that. Sorry I didn't get to the whole La Nina thing. I kind of didn't have that planned out well. But the point is, basically the La Nina is strengthening, meaning we could potentially see a moderate La Nina this winter, which would be pretty significant, but it's more likely going to trend towards a weaker La Nina. So keep that in mind. My my snowfall map comes out November 6th. And then I'll have my official winter forecast sometime around, I don't want to do it too late, because then you lose the anticipation for it. So I'd say around November 11th-ish will be my official winter forecast, with everything included, in-depth detail and analysis, and why I forecasted what I forecasted. So mark that down. November 11th will be my official winter forecast. So, alright guys, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Happy Halloween, and have a great night.